The bell above the Greasy Spoon diner chimed, instantly drowned by the deep rumble of 6 Harley engines idling outside. Conversation died. Heads turned. Chloe, behind the counter, didn't need to look, she knew that sound. The Viper MC. Notorious, loud, surprisingly good tippers. 6 leather-vested riders filed in, road dust clinging to them, moving with the slow certainty of men who never ask for space. Their leader, Grizz, a bearded mountain with salt and pepper hair and sharp, deep-set eyes, nodded once at Chloe. They claimed their usual corner booth, vinyl creaking under their weight. Today felt different. From her window booth, AARA, 86, Daily Tea and Lemon Drizzle Cake, rose trembling. Her hands shook so violently the teacup pattern blurred. Pale, lips tight, she shuffled straight toward the Viper's table. The diner went dead silent, only bacon sizzling and the fridge humming. AARA stopped at their booth edge, clutching her worn handbag like armor. The bikers looked up, curiosity to suspicion. Grizz leaned forward, forearms like inked barricades. Her voice, fragile but clear, "Excuse me. I know who you are, but I need help." Grizz waited, unmoving. "My nephew's coming in 20 minutes with papers. I need someone to be here. For me." She swallowed. "Can you pretend to be my son today?" Chloe's breath caught. The plea landed like a grenade in the booth. One younger biker snorted, smile flickering, gone under Grizz's glare. The silence stretched. Everyone waited for the laugh, the dismissal. But Chloe knew the backstory. For weeks she'd watched AARA arrive hunched, eyes darting, tea going cold. Then the nephew, Mark, expensive watch, smile that never reached his eyes, appeared, sliding papers across, murmuring about taking the burden off. His hand too firm when she hesitated. His wife Susan rolling her eyes like AARA was a troublesome child. Chloe had overheard the ugly truth days earlier. The lawyer needs this signed by Friday. Doctor confirms cognitive decline Monday, power of attorney Rs. Then the house sells. Realtors ready. It wasn't help. It was theft, one signature at a time. Now AARA had thrown a desperate Hail Mary at the most dangerous men in the room. Chloe acted. Wiping her hands, she approached with the coffee pot. "More coffee, gentlemen." She circled, shielding the exchange, leaned to pour Grizz's untouched cup, and whispered urgently, "She's telling the truth. Nephew and wife are declaring her incompetent Monday to steal her house. They're coming now for the last signature. I heard everything." She pulled back. Grizz's idle look hardened to stone. He studied Ara's terrified face, exhaled slowly, then patted the seat beside him. "Sit down, Ma." What kind of son lets his mother stand? A collective breath released. A scarred biker gently helped AARA in. Grizz draped a massive tattooed arm around her frail shoulders, tender, incongruous. She leaned in like she'd finally found something solid. "What are we having?" "Family lunch." Grizz boomed. To AARA, "Still like strawberry milkshakes, Ma?" She nodded, a tear slipping. "Yes. Chloe, strawberry milkshake for my mother. 6 more for her boys." The next 15 minutes turned the booth into a performance. Bikers became sons, asking about her week, grumbling about traffic, playfully arguing over who was favorite. They built a wall of normal around her. The bell chimed again. Mark and Susan entered, polished, superior. They scanned, spotted AARA, and froze. Smiles collapsed into horror. Their vulnerable aunt sat cradled by a motorcycle gang, the biggest one holding her protectively. Mark's face flushed blotchy red. He straightened his tie, strode over, Susan trailing. "Aunt AARA, what is this? Who are these people?" Grizz took a long, noisy pull from his milkshake. Straw, wiped his mouth, gave a lazy, chilling smile. "These are my brothers." He gestured. "And I'm Jake." Mark's jaw worked soundlessly. "AARA doesn't have a son." "You're lying." Grizz chuckled, low and dangerous. Hurtful thing to say about a man's own mother. "Right, Ma." AARA, suddenly strong. "Mark, dear, I've been meaning to tell you. Jake and I reconnected. He drove me here today." The bikers chimed in. "Yeah, we make sure Mom gets to appointments. Health's important." Knuckles cracked like gunshots. Mark floundered. "We have a meeting about your finances. Papers from Mr. Henderson." Grizz's smile vanished. Temperature dropped. "Papers. Mom was just saying how helpful you've been." He extended a hand. "Let me see them." Not a request. Mark clutched the briefcase. Private legal documents. Between my aunt and me. Everything concerning my mother concerns me. Give me the papers. Seconds stretched. Sweat beaded on Mark's lip. Bikers shifted subtly, hands ready. Mark calculated. He opened the case, slid the folder over. Grizz didn't read it. He gripped the thick stack, tore it in half. Then quarters. Again. Until confetti rained on the table. There, he said, arm back around AARA. Things are easier for her now. To Susan, cancel Monday's doctor. Mom's seeing a new one, our friend. Full independent evaluation. The threat landed. Plan dismantled. Mark and Susan stood defeated, fury and humiliation burning. They fled, bell chiming wildly. AARA let out a shuddering sob, buried her face in Grizz's vest. He patted awkwardly. It's all right, Ma. They're gone. An old man clapped slowly. Then a couple. Soon the diner filled with quiet, powerful applause. That day wasn't the end. The Vipers drove AARA home, checked every room. Grizz gave her a prepaid phone, one number. Press it if you need anything. She did. Leaky faucet. 2 Vipers fixed it. Overgrown lawn. 4 arrived with mowers. Gutters, porch step, light bulbs, they handled it. In return, AARA became their matriarch. Every club meeting, she brought Tupperware, cookies, pies, lemon drizzle cake. Fearsome men ate delicately off paper plates. Grizz visited often. Porch swing sunsets. Quiet company. She filled a decade-old emptiness. He gave her safety. Chloe watched AARA return to the diner, sparkling eyes, laughter, always extra cake for Grizz. The story spread. Mark and Susan faced ruin after an anonymous tip to protective services, sold their house, vanished in disgrace. The Vipers' reputation shifted, still outlaws, but with a code that now protected the vulnerable. 5 years later, AARA, 91, frail but bright, sat with Grizz on her porch. I asked for a son for a day, she said, patting his hand. Never imagined I'd get 6. For life. Grizz grunted, throat tight. You make a mean lemon cake, Ma. Gotta protect the supply. She squeezed. You're a good man, Jake. He nodded, silent. Viper bikes rumbled closer for weekly dinner. Heroes don't always wear badges. Sometimes leather vests. Sometimes an apron. One waitress saw wrong and spoke. One biker said yes. That's all it took to save a life, and build a family where none was expected.